Hey y'all. So I've been reading through Galatians. At Challenge, we were going through the book of Galatians, and then all this craziness started happening, and we were not able to meet together anymore. And so I just wanted to share with you a little bit of what I had been reading and what I felt like God had placed on my heart, and what He's teaching me, really. So it's Galatians chapter 4. In verses 6 and 7. This is going to be real short. It says, "Because you are sons, God has sent forth the Spirit of His Son into your hearts, crying out, 'Abba, Father.' Therefore, you are no longer a slave, but a son. And if a son, then an heir of God through Christ." I just love all that's going on here. There's just so much talking about who we are and what God has done for us. But it starts with, because you are sons. He is writing this to a group of believers, people that have said yes to Jesus and what Jesus has done for them, has accepted His death on the cross and His power over sin and the sin in their life. They've accepted that and they've put their trust in Him. He's talking to those people. And this is what He says. He says, God has sent forth the Spirit of His Son into your hearts. You want to know that God is serious about this? He sent His Spirit to live inside of you, to be in your heart. That was His way of saying, this is for real, right? This is His assurance of the covenant that He's made with you. And it says He sent that Spirit, and that Spirit cries out, "Abba, Father." Now, when you look at Abba, Father, and what that means, it's a really intimate word that kids used towards their father, right? And it's like us saying daddy, right? We're saying daddy. The term that we use is daddy when we're talking intimately and lovingly and closely about our Father. And for them it was Abba, Father. Now, it says that He's crying out. I love this because it's not a timid way of speaking. It's not a hesitant way of saying it. It's not an unsure thought. It's crying out like this. I know for certain this is my daddy, Father. And it goes on to say, "Therefore you are no longer a slave, but a son. And if a son, then an heir of God through Christ." You know what sons get? They get inheritance. Get an inheritance. And you know what the inheritance is? You know what we are inheriting as sons of God? We get all of God. Everything that He has to offer, everything that He is, we get to know Him. We get to call Him Daddy. Isn't that an amazing place to be? So what if, here's the challenge, what if we started living that way? What if in everything that we did and everything that we said, our hearts cried out, "Abba, Father"? It says, look, I know this God personally and intimately. He's my daddy. He is mine. I know Him. I love Him. And all I want to do is show you who He really is and point you in the right direction towards Him. And you say that to everybody around you. And so then everything that you did and everything that you said pointed them back to this God that we get to call Daddy. To me, that's an amazing responsibility, but also just an amazing position to be in. That we get to be sons of a God like that loves us and loves everybody and wants to know them. I hope this has been encouraging, and I hope that you'll take this challenge to heart. And hey, we'll see y'all next time.